Jai Gurudev. The other day, somebody asked me after our session day before, with a very worried look on their face after the session, and she said, "Do you really need so much knowledge to get liberated?" Genuinely worried. Right? And I also laughed. No, you don't need so much knowledge actually. It's debatable, I mean, whether you need any knowledge at all. So once upon a time, there was this person who was fairly well-to-do, fairly rich, but a miser, very miserly. So one day he was walking through a forest, and as he was walking through the forest, one penny dropped. One paisa, one penny, very small change. He dropped from his pocket. So, although he was very well-to-do, but he said, he started searching. He started looking for, where has it dropped? Where is it? And he kept looking. It's a small coin, so not easy to find, but he kept looking. But he couldn't find it. And then it became dark. So he said, okay, fine. And he moved on and he went to his house. And he came the next day in the morning. It's just a penny. It's very small change that anybody can afford to lose, but he's a well-to-do person. He can definitely not care. But he says, no, I must find. So he goes to look, and he's looking, doesn't find. And 3 days, he keeps looking. He searches the whole day, does not find, goes back home, sleeps, comes back in the morning and starts looking for the penny again. And 3 days, he keeps coming. And people asking, hey, what happened? What are you looking for? He said, I lost a penny. They said, when? 3 days ago. And they know him obviously, they know he's quite rich, and said, 3 days looking for a penny? And they found it very funny. So they're all laughing at him. But luckily he's done the course. So he knows that don't be a football of other people's opinion. So he says, no, I must find my penny. And he doesn't give up. He just continues. I should find it. I have to find it. And as he's looking, he's gone through the whole area. It's a jungle, a lot of grass, and it covers a whole lot of area. And he finds a large stone hidden in the grass, hidden in the bushes. He finds a large stone, and it's glowing like a full moon. It's a big stone and it's glowing like a full moon. And he realizes that this is Chintamani. Chintamani is the philosopher's stone. So Chintamani is described as whatever you think, it brings you. So he realizes that I was looking for a penny, but I found something so precious, so invaluable. And he lived happily ever after. So he's not even looking for it. What he found, he's not even looking for. Yeah? But all that he's doing is just 100%. Whatever it is that he's doing, it's worthless, trivial, but he's applied all of himself to it. Without regard to people are laughing at me, what will they think about me? None of that. Single pointed focus on the penny. And even that gives him a very precious stone. It's not just a precious stone, it brings fulfills your desires. So, sometime back, I used to ask Gurudev questions in satsang. And once in a while, I would sneak my own question. There are other questions. Most of the questions were genuine, but since I have the opportunity, I would sneak one or two my own questions. So I asked the question. I said, in the Ramayana, when Sri Ram sends, they're looking for Sita, and he sends all the messengers and all the warriors in different directions of the monkey army, of the Vanar army. They go in all directions. They don't know where she is, so he sends people in all directions. Although he sends them in all directions, he gives the ring to Hanuman. When you see her, she will obviously ask you, she will question. You will say, I have come from, Lord Ram has sent me, but she says, how do I believe you? When she asks you, give her this ring. This is my ring. So then she will believe you that you are my messenger. So although everybody is sent in all directions, he gives it, when you see her, give her this. Yeah? So my question was that if it's destined that he's the one who will do it, then what's the point of sending others? And how do you do big things in life? It's obviously he's the chosen one and he's going to find her. So how do you do big things? And Gurudev said, do small things. Big things happen on their own. Double meaning. This is double meaning. So one is, you just focus on doing what you can do. You do the small things. And big things happen on their own. You don't do them. They happen on their own. One is that meaning. Second is, you do the small things, and as you keep doing things which you think are small, over time they become big on their own. Yeah. So there are many stories, many examples that even if you don't have a thirst for knowledge or self, you'll find it. Sure. It's definitely, enlightenment is a rumor. Because who knows what it is? Liberation is a rumor, no? Who knows what it is? So,
it can happen in a fluke. Like he says, it can happen in a fluke.
No, it happens only in a fluke. You never get it. You never achieve it. It's not an achievement. Gurudev says, in fact, he says enlightenment is a joke. It's a joke. If you have, in one of very old talks, he says, if you have worked for enlightenment and you've earned it, you feel you deserve it, you've worked for it and you've earned it, that enlightenment is worth peanuts. So it is given to you. It is because this is larger than you. As long as you're there, there is no me. As long as you're there, there's no me. You have to vanish. You have to get out of the way. Then it's all me. So there was this other person who's also heard of this thing called Chintamani. And this people discuss, it's so rare to find. It's just so rare to find. And it looks like this, it's this big, it shines like this, and this is the shape, and so on. There are many rumors, and so he develops that this is worth having. And you have to work very hard, you have to search all your life, and then if you're lucky, perhaps you will come across it. For a fleeting few moments, and you have to catch it then, you have to get it then. Otherwise it vanishes, otherwise it goes. So he sets out that this is my mission now. To find Chintamani, it's worth a shot. If I get it, then life is made. So it starts. And he leaves his house and he goes a little distance, and he finds it. It matches the description. It's shiny, it's big, it's beautiful. But he says, no, it can't be this easy. No, everybody who's spoken about it has said, you have to keep looking for it your whole life. Then if you're ready, it will appear. Yeah, I'm not that lucky. So first he debates, it looks like it, but no, it's not. And he moves on. And after he moves on, he says, was it? Was it really? But it's vanished now, it's not there. And he says, it doesn't matter, I'll keep searching. And he keeps searching, keeps looking and looking and looking and looking. And after a lot of effort, he finds a fake one. He finds a fake Chintamani, which is a piece of glass, but it looks like Chintamani. So he says, I found it. I got it. Now I've put in this effort. Now I've been looking so long. This feels right. Now I've found it. I found it. I found it. And he's overjoyed. He's like, and he says, now I don't need anything. Anything that I want will just appear. So I don't need anything. So he goes out, goes back, and he signs his whole property away. And you take this, you take this, you take this. And he says, I don't need anything now. I've got it. I've got the stone, magic stone. And he comes to the jungle and he discovers that, and he did not live happily ever after. So, in Ashtavakra Gita, Gurudev says that you put labels that I am like this, I can't be that lucky, this is my shortcoming, but I'm still struggling to get there, I'm struggling to be eligible and all that. He says, no, listen, judging you is not your job. You fill the form and you submit it. You fill the form, you submit it. Don't tear the form yourself without submitting it, before submitting. However you are, somebody else will evaluate you. You don't judge yourself. You fill the form, submit it. Yeah? Short session today.
In Yoga Vashishta, it is said that there are two types of mental conditioning. Can you elaborate on that a bit?
What are the two types?
Yeah, it says that mental conditioning is of two types, the pure and the impure. The impure is the cause of the birth, the pure liberates from the birth.
Yeah, pure and the impure, yeah. The impure one is I am something, I want this, I should have gotten that, and so on, outward going. And the pure one is I'm yours, I belong to you, use me, I'm available. Or, and Gurudev explained in Navratri that sattvic ego, there is an ego, you can't get rid of the ego. Whatever you do, however you are, I will be there. Although I-ness is the cause of misery, you can't get rid of it. For you to exist, I-ness has to be there. But sattvic ego, sattvic is I belong to you, I am all yours. Yeah? So this slowly then expands to Aham Brahmasmi, I am that. Even there, I is still present. But this is a more expanded I. It's not limited. And that is beyond the logic. You can't understand. I was telling somebody today that the view from the top of the mountain, you will only get when you reach the top of the mountain. When you are standing at the foot of the mountain, you can't say, it will just be more snow. I mean, what will you see on top of the mountain? You'll see clouds, you'll see some more mountains, it will be colder. Why climb? Yeah? So what that state is, that is by invitation only. That your guru. So the second story where he finds it, but it can't be this easy. It can't be this simple. That is how it is when you find a guru. Because you really don't know what you've found. And you keep hearing all the time, you're so lucky, we are so lucky, we're with Gurudev once, twice, and many times. Yeah, but you really are. You really don't know who you're dealing with, who he is. And many times people come to the, for all practical purposes, the self, all this, is him. For our purpose, is him. And many times people come to Gurudev with a lot of clarity. This is what I want, Gurudev. Many times they come with an issue, with a problem or something. So they're very clear, I want Gurudev for you to solve this, please. My son, we are very worried, we're not able to get him married. Find me a daughter-in-law to get my son married. Or something else, or very clear that this is what I want you to solve, Gurudev. In the mind also. Very clear. I know what I need, I know what I want, this, please give me this. then he's not able to give you the best of what he has to offer. Because you're very clear what I want. If you go to Ganga now, so it's under construction, but where he is usually, where he meets, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of sweets and dolls and toys and whatnot. So Gurudev says, what do you want? This is a supermarket. From bliss to banana. Everything is available. From banana to bliss. So, either in irritation, frustration, what is the root of irritation or frustration? I know. When somebody comes and you know this person is irritating, oh gosh, not again. Meaning what? I know what tape will start now. I know what this person is. I know what the pattern is. Any situation that triggers you, I know what's happening now. I know what's going to happen. I know. Yeah? The root is I know. So that irritation, turning the quality, there is awareness there also. It's a little veiled, but there is awareness there. Turning the quality of awareness. I don't know what's going to happen. Let's see. Let's find out. So, I don't know. Now, what is about to unfold, I don't know. Let's find out. So, there is a keenness of awareness there. Then, you're available to the moment, and the moment is available to you. Yeah? So, I don't know is what is to be practiced is I don't know. Actually, knowledge is this, not what you know. Knowledge is being available to the moment. And Gurudev says this moment is boundless. We only live on the surface of the moment. We keep bouncing off one moment to the next, what's next, what will happen next. But this moment, if you go deep, boundless. So being available to this moment, and this moment is available to you.
So we should not be clear about what we want?
Yeah, we should not be clear what we want. So there was a story in the earlier sessions. There was a story that we shared about Prahlad. So Prahlad is a little boy, and he is a devotee of Narayana, Lord Vishnu, and he sits in meditation. And after some time, Lord Narayana appears, Lord Vishnu appears, and he says, "Ask. What do you want?" So Prahlad, this young innocent boy, I don't know, young innocent, I don't know. He says, I don't know. Whatever you feel is the best, you give that to me. What would I know? So then Lord Vishnu says, okay, good answer. So the best, really the best, it cannot be given. You attain it. And this is the way to attain it. You become established in yourself, and that is the best. But the thing is, the best cannot be given like this. You attain it. Yeah? So Gurudev also says that if you have to wish for something, there's no problem being clear in what you want, but you just add a clause, give me this or something better. Give me this or something better. So I had a health issue some time back, because of which I was in and out of the ashram. I was active and then not active, active and not active, so for a long time. And this went on for some time, and after I became better, I recovered, I came back to the ashram. And then Gurudev asked, what's your plan? So I said, you make the plan. That was 13 years ago. He has never told me the plan. But if I look back at the 13 years, I couldn't have imagined the way that it turned out. So yeah, you make the plan. I'm available. You are my plan. I have no other plans. You are my plan. So it's it's a love story. Your life is not whatever it is that you're chasing, you're actually chasing love. That's the biggest insecurity that anybody has. Anybody who doesn't even know knowledge, or outside in the world outside, who's chasing, very ambitious, they're actually chasing love. And so Gurudev turns you inward, find it there. Find it there. You will find yourself in my arms.
What is dispassion?
What is dispassion? Yeah, dispassion, if you have passion for one thing, you have dispassion for everything else. If that's what I want, I don't care about anything else. Yeah, somebody who, for example, somebody who wants to be a great footballer, or somebody who wants to be a great musician, practice every day in the morning. Go to the court and practice basketball. Go to the tennis court, practice your shots, practice playing the guitar. If it's just this one thing, and everything else doesn't matter. Food, it can wait. Social life, it can wait. Watching TV, social media, it can wait. But that focus, if you're passionate about one thing, anything else doesn't matter. So what you have towards everything else is dispassion. It's there, but I have no opinion I have no feeling towards it. While I'm practicing to be a...
How did it come to you in the first place if you did not have any feeling? In the creation perspective, I'm asking. For me, you said, yeah, I am dispassionate, you have no feelings. But how did it come to you in the first place?
How do you get to dispassion?
No, I'm not saying how to get to dispassion. The things which are there, how did they come to me if I'm dispassionate? If I don't have any feelings, how did they come to me?
Random occurrences. How do things happen in this world? Random. It's just a random play of events.
I'll not choose it, that's it.
Yeah, dispassion. If you're dispassionate, whether you choose it or you don't choose it, doesn't matter. That's dispassion. Whether I'm king or not king, yesterday's story. Whether you make me king or don't make me, it doesn't matter. That's dispassion. It's not an aversion. No, I should not be king. No, this will tie me down. That's aversion. Dispassion really doesn't matter. How do you? But you did not ask the question. But still, how do you get to dispassion? What it's like to get to dispassion? When you're hungry, or let's say you want. Every time that I personally have sugarcane juice, the first sip that I have, I feel this is mankind's greatest invention. Sugarcane juice. The best thing that's ever been invented, sugarcane juice, the first sip. Yeah? After that, you drink the whole glass, and on some days when I'm really, I have another glass, but that's about it. You can't have any more. Yeah? No matter how tasty, how divinely tasteful it is, you get to a point where you say, enough. No more. That is dispassion. So, like that, for all things in life, all things, when you get to a point, I'm fine, thank you, I don't need it anymore. When you can only know what you don't need, not this, not this, not this. This you can know. What is not this, not this, not this, not this, you cannot know.
Come again.
Yeah? Is it making sense? So the yes is also the right answer, no is also the right answer. It's a trick question.
Can we go back to the point we were talking about being present to the moment? That was, can you talk about it again, please?
Yeah, being available to in that moment. So I was saying that when people come to meet Gurudev, they're very clear in what they, I know this is what I want. But if you're able to come to Gurudev and just be available, then he's able to fill you with what he wants to fill you with. Because I don't know. Okay, then I will tell you. Yeah? And I'm really telling you, to have a guru and to have Gurudev, we really don't know how lucky we are. But as you go, and it's, he makes it very, very effortless, very, very effortless. He doesn't give too many instructions, no lectures. It's just presence, and he allows you to flower, allows you to blossom. And once in a while, you say, I want to go there, and he says, no. Tuck. He gives you a, yeah? And a little while later, you say, I want to go there, no. This is many, many years apart, and very few times in many, many years. That's it. So that no, or that those few moments where you feel, why is he not letting me go there or giving me this? That saves you many, many years. So his job really is your, if you see, a shepherd's job is what? The sheep are there and they are roaming, and this is the sector, this is the area where they are allowed to go. If they go, no, and somebody crosses, no, and in this sector you go anywhere, you do whatever you want. That's all. Yeah, and as we keep moving, keep walking, we reach home. So without letting you know, and that, no, that is invaluable. You will not find it in books, in universities, anywhere. This syllabus of life outside, what is available in the world outside, and what is the journey inside. This syllabus, the way that he knows, nobody knows. And he doesn't burden you with all this information. He allows you to, very, very lightly,
this is reality also and a dream also, then what is the present moment? We always say that live in the present moment. What is present moment?
What is present moment? See, you can only know this. I can know this. Yeah? I am separate from this. Present moment is that in which you dive and get drowned in. You offer yourself to the present moment. That is, you can know something that can fit in your intellect. Like this is a bottle and this is a table, and I can understand how chairs are made and etc. What you can understand. But present moment is that which will dissolve you. It's bigger than your intellect, bigger than you. Although it has been millions and billions of years that have passed. Yeah? 2000 years ago so and so was born, 5000 years ago so and so happened, such and such thing happened. All across these billion years, the time has always been now. The time is always, what's the time? Always. Always. It is always now. For billions of years that have passed and for billions of years that will come. It's always now. Notice that I did not answer your question. Because how can you describe the present moment?
Then how do we know that we are living in the present moment?
How do we know we're living in the present moment? Like Gurudev said, you leave the evaluation part to the teacher. You don't judge yourself, how much I have grown, how established am I in myself, how much am I living in the present moment. You leave the evaluation part to the teacher.
Gurudev is telling always the present moment is deep and vast. So can you little bit elaborate on that?
The present moment is deep and vast. This is what we've heard from Gurudev.
Until we experience, we cannot express.
Yeah, so see, that's what happens in the advanced course. Normally, in the normal course, your mind reacts to everything. It reacts to somebody opens the door, your phone bell rings, somebody says some not nice words to you, somebody says some nice words to you, something happens, something does not happen, you're bored, you're excited. Your mind reacts to everything happening outside. Your mind reacts to itself also. Oh, I'm feeling this. And you can spend 15 minutes telling a friend, you know how I felt today, you know what happened. Nothing happened. But how I felt was like, so I'll tell you. This can go on. Yeah? Your mind reacts to everything. And then after you spend 15 minutes and the next call, oh my God, she talks so much, she wouldn't stop. 15 minutes, you're the one talking, but... So your mind it goes on reacting to everything. When your mind is constantly reacting, you don't get the chance to experience the moment naked. This moment as it is. So in the advanced course, no phone, no nothing, just relax. You spend your whole day and meditating, and in maybe an hour of meditation, Gurudev says 7 lines, 8, 10 lines. Yeah? And in between the lines, you are waiting for what will he say next. And you know somewhere that he will say, okay, bring your attention between the eyebrows. You know it will be between the eyebrows or the throat or the navel. Same thing. But you're waiting. You're waiting very intently. You are forced to be in the present moment. You're just waiting. And while going through the advanced course, you don't feel it. But when it finishes, when it ends, then you feel like you've come down from a mountain, like you were at a height. You feel like at a height, and then you start talking, and hey, how are you doing? Hey, what happened last 3 days, 4 days? And suddenly you feel, yeah, I'm coming downhill now. But it's in the advanced course. Spoiler alert. See, when the advanced course ends, you watch a tape in which Gurudev says, now that the course is finishing, just remember 2 things. Do you remember those 2 things? So first he says, the first thing is, wake up and see there is no misery. Yeah? You remember? Pearls of creation. Wake up and see there is no misery. So when I heard it, when I saw it, I said, that is not my experience. Because look around, who's happy? You look at people closely, and it's different flavors of misery. It's all misery only. It's all misery only. Show me who's happy. That's not my experience. My experience is that there's misery all around. Everybody is in misery. But he says, wake up and see. There is no misery. So it's not my experience, but just he says it so sweetly, so nicely, that I thought, it's not my experience, but just because of the way you're saying it, I'm willing to believe you. And that is faith. See, you can dismiss it because it's not my experience, I don't agree with it. You can stop there. I don't agree with it, I don't know what he's talking about. And that's not my experience. So you can dismiss it. You can throw it away. But just because he says it really sweetly, very sweetly, I'm willing to believe you. That is faith. And faith therefore transcends logic. Yeah? So, and the second thing, you know what the second thing is that he says? If you still find misery, give it to me. You won't find anyone, you can't imagine anyone like Gurudev. Wake up and see, there's no misery. If you still find misery, give it to me. Nobody says that. It's a love story. Jai Gurudev.